Oh God, I'm crying. I literally had to come and give y'all an update. So if you've watched my weight loss story, I talked about my insulin resistance. I don't talk a lot in that story about my battle with it or what it really looked like for me. But today is a big day. So I was diagnosed with insulin resistance. I was put on 2,000 milligrams of metformin a day. My mom's texting me because I just told her. I had high cholesterol. My minerals and some of my vitamin levels were irregular. So like my vitamin D was off, my vitamin C was off. I can't remember all of them right now, but I had some issues with that as well. There were some issues with my pituitary gland. I had a lot going on in terms of my health. Was definitely on the track towards diabetes. Both of my parents have diabetes. My grandmother had diabetes. I mean, it runs in my family. So it was something that, you know, I wanted to take control of. But honestly, when I was diagnosed, I was young. I didn't take it very seriously and I didn't do much about it. I didn't even take my medicine the way I was supposed to. If you've ever been on metformin, you know, well, it has different, you know, reactions for everybody. Sorry, I'm washing clothes. I literally just hopped on here to record this. Metformin makes people feel differently. And for me, I felt really nauseous and really sick and just like I didn't want to do anything. So I struggled with taking it consistently, which, you know, then continued to aid in the struggles of my weight. And because it was supposed to help me lose weight and regulate my insulin, do all these things. So fast forward, I went through my journey. If you didn't see my weight loss story, then I'm gonna link it below. I lost the weight, upwards of 80 pounds, dropped the weight, got down, but never really knew where I stood in terms of my insulin resistance. I knew I felt great. I knew I looked great. I knew, you know, I knew that. But I didn't really know what my blood work would show in terms of all of the issues that were highlighted when I was diagnosed. And so I decided to go to my primary care physician and get this blood work done. I told them my story because I had a new physician because I was in a new city. So I told them, like, you know, I was insulin resistant. I had all these things. These were my markers, and, you know, I would love to get the blood work done. So in-house, they did A1C, glucose, blood sugar levels. All of those came back normal at the doctor's office that day. They just did like a prick for that and a urine test. So all of that came back. So I was like, okay, that's a really strong start. That's a good sign, but we just never know. So they were like, do you want us to do the blood work, which then will check cholesterol, LDLs, vitamins, electrolytes. I mean, it checks all the things. So I'm just like pulling it up on my phone. So I was like, yes, let's do that. I had been waiting on my results because they told me 48 to 72 hours. That was a week ago, but they came in this morning. I was actually about to walk. I got my fanny pack on. I was getting my mask. I was about to walk out the store to go get some groceries. But something was like, pause, stop, see if you got your results. So the first one just shows like my white and red blood cell counts, platelet counts, lymphocytes. I mean, all the things that really help you stay super healthy. All of them, y'all, every single one of them is in range. Nothing is too low, nothing is too high. Everything came back normal, every count. I'm getting emotional. The second test for glucose, urea, creatine, carbon dioxide, potassium, chloride, sodium, all of these electrolytes and macronutrients that we need to be super healthy that we don't think about. This is why we take like multivitamins and things like that. I literally looked at every number, like sodium. My sodium was 138. The range is 135 to 146, right? Potassium was 5.1. The range is 3.5 to 5.3. So every single one of my markers is in range. Everything came back normal. Before, I was taking a lot of supplements for my calcium, for my vitamin D, because they were so low and irregular. I didn't have enough. The last test tests your cholesterol. So it tests your totals, your HDL, triglycerides, and your LDL. And you know you have two different cholesterols. You have your healthy cholesterol and your unhealthy cholesterol. But every single one is in range. My total cholesterol is 154. It was almost 300, I think, when they did it, when I was diagnosed. And so all of those came back normal. My weight loss journey was more than just I want to lose weight, you know. It was my health. I want to live the longest, best life I can. I want to be mobile as long as I can. I don't want to be on medication. I watched my parents do that. I watched my grandparents do that. I didn't want that to be my life. And to know that I went on a journey. I'm still on it. God knows. I'm still on it. But to know that I was able to do it. You hear people talk about reversing insulin resistance and diabetes and high blood pressure and cholesterol. You hear people talk about reversing it all the time. But I think this was the final thing for me. It was a thing that let me know, like, dang, Airee, you really did it. And I wanted to share this because so many people identify with that piece of my journey. So many people identify with the insulin resistance, with the diabetes, with being on medication, with not wanting to have those health risks and health markers in their future because they are at risk for genetic reasons or whatever it is. So many people identify with that part of my story, especially people of color, women of color. And so I want you to know that you can do that. You can do it. You can reverse it. You can take your life back. You can do it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You just got to make sure your mind, your body, and your spirit are in line and are ready for you to take that journey, because it is not going to be easy. I broke down earlier just because I haven't been eating my best. I've been making poor decisions, and I've been just allowing myself to let old habits creep their way. And that's a mind thing. My mind is saying, oh, you're good. Look at you. You're okay. You can have that. I purchased a brownie yesterday. It wasn't even good. And I ate it. And that was a piece of my food addiction trying to creep back. I had a binge last week. That was a piece of my food addiction. I still fight with that. But seeing this today, and knowing, like, I had that moment earlier, like, you could be doing better. You could be making better decisions. Seeing this, I can't go back. I cannot go backwards. That is not an option. And so, you can do it. You can allow yourself to live a longer, healthier life by taking control. exercising, making better health decisions, working on your inside. Are you happy with yourself? Love on yourself a little bit. And sometimes when you start to love on yourself, that makes the decisions easier. Because I love myself, I'm gonna go work out. Because I love myself, I'm gonna choose a healthier option. It makes it easier for me because now I have to show myself that I love myself. This was that for me today. And I'm so glad it happened. I'm so glad I didn't get it last week and then allowed that weekend to happen. It would throw me off. God's timing is the best timing, and I got those results, and I wanted to just stop everything I was doing and share that, because with my weight loss journey, there's so many comments, y'all, over 100,000 views and almost 1,000 comments of people just like really identifying with that piece of my journey, because I read every comment. And so I wanted to share this, and I wanted to be this light for somebody on your journey today. And so I hope this helps somebody. If there's more you want to know about my battles or struggle with insulin resistance, how I did it, what I did, or whatever, like, first check out my weight loss story if you haven't. Check out my intermittent fasting video if you haven't, because that was a lot. That the choice to fast intermittently had a lot to do with this, because it really helps control your insulin levels and decrease your glycogen levels. So if you want to know more, if there's something I missed, because I was so freaking emotional, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for being emotional, because I'm hella proud of myself. I'm fucking proud of myself. So drop the comments, questions, whatever you have below. Be kind with your words though, because other people are watching and relating and commenting. So be kind, and as always, be good enough for you, and stay healthy and stay happy. See y'all later.